This is Let's Roleplay's channel news for December 19th, 2020. Now, I've got a whole bunch of stuff to go over here. I'm hoping I'll be able to fit it all into one video. There's also a Q&A that's going to be in the latter half of this video. And I guess I'll start with my advertisement for Cinecool's channel. Cinecool is now doing Project 1999 EverQuest, and the link will be in the description. And go check it out if you are into Project 1999 EverQuest and EverQuest at all. So he's starting to do that, and where I'm not doing that anymore. My new channel is up, if you do not know. It's under Dalen75 Games. Same as the original. The name, go do a search. Some people are a little confused when they go there. They think I'm putting out new videos, but I haven't. It's all from late 2013 to mid 2016. There's 138. Said 139 videos. I don't know what the extra one is, but 139 videos on that channel, and that's all my Project 1999 EverQuest. Plus, there's 8 videos for EverQuest Next Landmark, the beta that I had. That was from back in 2014, and yeah, I think they put that out as its own game in 2015 because you can look it up whenever you add a video and it's a video game. You can type in Landmark and it will say the date that that game officially came out on, and that it says 2015 on YouTube. So I suppose it came out on its own. There's probably more features that were added in afterwards after I played the beta, but yeah, that was my biggest disappointment for 2015, that Sony Online sold itself to I forget who the name of the company is. It eludes me at the moment. Probably remember as soon as I finish this video. But then they went and canceled EverQuest Next, and I had a lot of hope for that game. That was my biggest hope for any MMO that I've followed in probably a good decade. So ever, actually, because it was adding in a lot of things that other MMOs didn't have. As far as I know, they still don't have a lot of things that were in Landmark, where you can change the environment, and you can just start mining wherever you want, or cutting down trees and build your castle or whatever you want. And yeah, that would have been in EverQuest Next. Plus the zones that would be disputed, that was a whole new idea that I've never seen in the games before either. And so it's kind of been in some MMOs where you work towards like the end, some goal that you have in that zone, and then whoever gets the higher score kind of starts taking over, and different things start happening in the zone. That has been done. I know there was an MMO that I used to play, Dark Age of Camelot. That was the name. Yeah, they kind of had a few things in there for you get bonuses. It wasn't just bonuses that they were talking about, though. There would be like a total change in EverQuest Next in that zone. Different enemies would come out, different things to do. It felt like the player had a lot more control over the world, and I think that's really missing. Like so many MMOs I haven't played any new ones since I think the last one was The Old Republic, and that was 2011, right after Skyrim. Yeah, I wrote a book for that game, actually. It was 75,000 words I wrote. Yeah, I put a lot of effort into that MMOs. I love my MMOs, and they kind of consume me. So, not really with Project 99 EverQuest, because it was more like a throwback. I'm just putting it on YouTube, and I wasn't treating it. I wasn't treating it like my typical MMO where that's all I play, and that's kind of I feel like I've been left out by a lot of things over the years when I do play MMOs. When I got into them, because I just wasn't really playing much of anything else that would come out in that time period. So that's unfortunate. So I did miss a few games, probably for about 10 years. But I stopped. I don't really play MMOs anymore. It's just too much time. Requires too much time. It was when I had my kid. That's when my first kid. I have got into the Old Republic, and everybody was just flying by me. And I was at home. I have an injury in my spine. It's permanent. Be with me for the rest of my life. And I was taking care of my youngest one, and everybody was flying by me. Like, that's all they did. I remember one guy, he maxed out in the guild. It was a role-playing guild, of course. 3 weeks after the game launched, the Old Republic, and then they never saw him again. So he joins a role-playing guild for the role-play, right? We were really into role-playing, and all he does is play his character, maxes out, and then leaves. Nobody ever saw him again. What the heck? In 3 weeks, you maxed it out, man. You have no life. But I do agree that that game, you can get to the end pretty fast compared to most MMOs. But anyways, so yeah, Cinecool, he's getting into Project 99 EverQuest. He has his own channel up. He does RPGs too. I had to look up what he was doing. Yeah, he does Gems of War. It's an RPG gem game. I had to look that up. I've never even heard of it. You can look that up on Steam. And yeah, go check out his channel if you're into it. He's just started. And that's, if you want to get views on your videos, that's a good place to start Project 99 EverQuest. Just remember, you'll be beholden to that, because you'll get a lot of advertisements and suggestions from your channel to other people, because not many people are doing it for some reason. Like you take Skyrim, there's probably literally 10 million let's plays of that on YouTube. Just totally saturated. And I'm going to guess that there's maybe just a few dozen for Project 99 EverQuest. So it makes it a little bit easier for someone who's just starting out if you're going to start out your own channel. And that's what I did back in 2013. So I have to apologize about the Cyberpunk 2077 poll that I put out. It let down a few people. A few people wanted to see the game on my channel, and I'm not going to do that in the future. I will ask people if I do not know what... I have 3 slots that I have Let's Roleplays coming out in my channel, and I'm not going to ask if people want a 4th one. I think 3 is enough for me. And with a 4th one, it was just take too long to get through everything. And that was why I didn't like it. But I also, at the time that I put the poll out, is my ignorance. I didn't think that people could manipulate it, and maybe some people did. I didn't. I could have gone and voted there. And yeah, that's just my mistake. So I'm very sorry about doing that. I won't be doing that again. So if I do, well, I can't use polls then, because they can be manipulated. But I will do that in the future, and it could be a year or 2 or 3 from now, that if I do that again. And I'm sure I'll have more people by then. But the more people you have coming to your channel and voting, the harder it is to manipulate, because, you know, you can get on with your other channels and vote on that. And also, okay, so I thought everyone can see it, what the percentage of each thing on the poll is. And you can't until you vote, and I didn't know that. So I thought that everyone can see it at first, and then I found out, then I thought no one can see it until I post the results. But then when I went to vote to check it out, then you can see all the percentages. So it's my ignorance, and no one said anything that's watching my videos. So you guys need to speak up and tell me if I make mistakes. Don't just let this stuff slide. Make a nice comment. If you're supporting me, don't just think, well, you made a mistake, I'm not going to hold it against them. No, just let me know I made a mistake there. Please, I'm asking you to. I'm not perfect. I make plenty of mistakes. There's things in my games videos that I record and I wish I didn't say, and I edit out most of them, but a few have gotten in. I regret. I've even gone back to edit them while they're up on YouTube just to cut out that part, because it was just a thing that I didn't really think through when I was, saying it. It was just spur of the moment thing. So yeah, Cyberpunk. People have asked me what I think of it. I'm not sure if that's in the Q&A. I think that may also be in the Q&A, because I added the Q&A questions after the first round. Did somebody ask that? I don't think so. No one. No one asked that. Nope. Okay, so what do I think of it? Well, I played it for about 2 hours this morning. Once I start playing it, it's a good game. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm getting used to everything. I mean, I just found out when you go to update, when you level up in the skill and you place that skill, I didn't know that if you look in the top, there's 3 different things for each of the different skills. I just found that out this morning. I'm like, oh, look at all these things I missed. I think I'm level 8. I'm not that far into the game. Yeah, I don't really have much time to play it, so I'll play it here and there. It doesn't help that there's just about every second sentence someone says in the game is a swear word in it, and yeah, I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old, and they start hearing things like that, they'll start repeating it. So I got in a lot of trouble back. Was it like 5 years ago? 4 years ago, yeah, when my 6-year-old was 2, I was playing Grand Theft Auto, and he was just doing his own thing, playing with his toys. He must have been listening. Oh yeah, he was dropping F-bombs for weeks after that. And he had no idea what they even meant, but it was funny, but I couldn't laugh because I didn't want to encourage it. So I would just like go mute and just ignore it. And after 3 weeks, you just stop saying it. So, I mean, it's not something that we practice around our home either. So dropping F-bombs all the time. But, you know, when they go out in public, they start saying it, and then the teachers and other people look at you for the source. But, okay, so I think Cyberpunk has a lot of potential. I think everybody thinks that. I don't know about politics surrounding the game, and there's been a lot of stuff going on the last 6 months I haven't paid attention to because I wanted to stay out of it. It was a game I was really looking forward to coming out. I like these little worlds like Red Dead Redemption 2. Geez, I played that. I did just about everything you could in the game. It took me like months to go through. I take it through at go through it at my own pace. But Cyberpunk's another one of those. What I don't like about it, yeah, there's a few bugs that I've encountered. I play on Xbox One X, so it's a little better than the older Xbox One console. But yeah, there's some glitches here and there. The game tends to crash. Like I leave my Xbox on, like I'll just turn the power off and the game's kind of just on standby, right? And I'll be able to, turn it back on. It's not really turned off, but it seems like it is. And then you just start almost immediately playing the game again. But then it will crash after 5 minutes. None of my other games do that. So I just, whenever I stop playing, I log out and I go to quit the game. So I don't have that problem where I'll lose the time I put in if I, after 5 minutes of playing it. So that was a little frustrating. It's a bit of a weird game. There's a lot of little things. I think it's going to get worked on. I played The Witcher 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's something I did late last year. Witcher, I went through it all over again. I finished it, the first game, probably about 10 years ago. Maybe 2012? 2011, 2012. And I liked it. I mean, of course, it didn't look that great. The characters didn't look that great. It's fine. I liked it. I play a lot of older games, as you can see on my channel. But The Witcher 2, the combat was totally revamped. Like, it was like not even the same game. And it took me a while to get used to that. Everybody probably says that, a difference between the first two games. And it's brutal. But it didn't help that I don't know what's with CD Projekt Red. They did the same thing with The Witcher 2 and 3, where I don't think that the options you have when you level up, they're not really very good. Like, they're good for like the first 10, 20 levels, but then you have extra points you can't really distribute anywhere. I don't know what they're thinking. Actually, I shouldn't say that. In The Witcher 2, you didn't have enough. And when I put that on my channel, I'm going to get the mod that I saw that will actually double the amount of skill points you can put into your tree. Because you didn't have enough. You couldn't even if you focus just on one tree, you couldn't get to the end. Maybe 2/3 through it. Like, what the heck? And with the combat being so difficult as it was, yeah, you needed those little bonuses. So, I mean, I played right through it just with the original game, no mods. And I finished it on medium difficulty. And yes, some of the fights took me a long time to get through. Well, I guess that kind of set me up because I played, what's that game? Star Wars just came out, the last big one, Jedi Fallen Order. Wow. I played on medium as well. I started out in hard, but it just got too difficult. And then I put it to medium. It's still difficult, but I got through the entire game. Some of the boss fights, I did have to look up to see how people did them. Like, there's this one boss fight, I had to redo it like 40 times. It's on the Wookiee world, the Inquisitor at the end, the big one, big female. I think, didn't she have two? I forget that fight. What she had. She had 2 double-bladed lightsabers or something. Or at least one. Yeah, it was brutal. I had to look up how people did that. So, but I got through it. I went all the way to the game. I got everything that I wanted out of it. I didn't skip any of these. What was it called? Where you, on each planet, there's certain things where you go and you get that will work towards your skill, getting you a skill point, and I got all of them the whole game. There was this one thing, I didn't look it up, I had to do it myself. Probably took about 45 minutes to make this one jump. It's It's one correct jump. It was not just one jump, but you had to like hit from side to side going up, and then you turn around side to side going up again, run along the side of the wall, do a double leap, because you can jump in the air, you get that skill again, grab onto whatever it is, Tarzan thing going across, grab onto the next one, go onto the wall, double jump to go into there, run along this side, and then get just far enough where you can double jump again onto this cliff, and then grab onto it and then pull yourself up. It took me about 45, maybe an hour. I did it so many times just to get this one thing. It was like these things are, I forget what they're called, a third of your skill point that you can get. So yeah, I wanted them all. I got was able to put a point into everything in the game. Yep. So that was the most difficult game I've ever done. And I was 43, 44 when I started it. I'm not getting worse as I get older. I'm getting better. I know I've watched some channels where, I'm in my 40s now. I can't really play like I used to. Like, whatever. I'm 45 now. I don't have arthritis, thank God. I do have a back injury, as I said. And I was going through hell with the neurological problems, headaches, migraines, and nausea. Nausea was the worst thing. I still get that maybe a couple times a month if my sleep isn't too good. And so that's what really held me back. That's why I stopped my channel. It just got to be too much to bear. Every day for months, almost all day long. And I was on a lot of medication. Sometimes it was getting to the point where medication would take like 3-4 hours to finally kick in and get rid of it. And I would have heating or cold pad pressed on my head. It was awful. It was just torture. So in the last year, I've gotten better. Now, I believe I've said this before. Yeah, it's from a supplement, CoQ10, and what was it? Another supplement, vitamin B2, CoQ10, and magnesium, is helping a lot of people with migraines and headaches who have them a lot. And I was suffering from a lot of headaches, the occasional migraine, but nausea, I don't know. It felt like it was coming down into my stomach, not starting up from my stomach. Very strange. So no, I couldn't just take Pepto-Bismol or something like that to help with the nausea. Nothing worked. It was from my head coming down. I don't know. If you've had it, then you would know what it feels like. But it was very, very powerful nausea. And it's very hard to function when you're going through that on a daily basis. Like, I've lost friendships because I just couldn't do anything for months and months. And so that it improved. The doctor, my family doctor, told me to take 400 vitamin B2 per day. I take a 250 of magnesium and 200 of CoQ10, and it's really helped me. She said it doesn't work with everybody, but it's helped some, and it's really helped me. So I have some quality of life back now, where I didn't for like 4 years when I stopped. So, yeah, getting off into what I shouldn't have been, because there's not that much, there's a lot to talk about, and I'm taking a long time to get through it. So anyways, people have Cyberpunk, it's got some bugs. It can be fixed. I'm sure it will. I like CD Projekt Red. Yeah, I like them. And the Witcher games, they did very good work with that. The Witcher 3, best romance I've ever had in a video game, if you ask me. Yes, I do like Triss Marigold a lot. And that actually, because of the games, I think even before Witcher 3, when I finished Witcher 2, I ordered and bought all the books, ordered them from Amazon, and there's 8 of them. And I read through all of those earlier in the year before I started my channel. So yeah, I know a lot about The Witcher now, and I might read the books again before I put the games on my channel. So I have faith in the company. I'm sure they'll put out some good stuff to help Cyberpunk. Yeah, it probably could have used about 3-4 months more. There's some graphic glitches, but it's not terrible. I'm sure it's going to get better. I like it. That's all I have to say. I haven't finished it. I'm like maybe 5% through it, if that. So it'll take me a while. So people have talked about isometric versus 3D games that I'm doing. Some people have said they don't really like the isometric games. I've never thought of it before. I mean, a good RPG is a good RPG for me. I don't mean to have, out of the 3 games I have on my channel, I don't mean, it wasn't planned to be like this, to have 2 isometric games going at the same time. When Pillars of Eternity 2 is done, I will be going either, probably Baldur's Gate 3, Wait, that's for Baldur's Gate 2. When Baldur's Gate 2 is done, probably Baldur's Gate 3, which is kind of like a 3D-ish game. Like what I saw when you play, when you're fighting, I think it's kind of like isometric looking. But when you go, it zooms in when you go and you talk to people. And that's 3D. It's all fully 3D. So it's kind of a hybrid, it kind of seems like to me. But so when Pillars of Eternity 2 is complete, my plan is to go Fallout. Now I might go start with Fallout 4. I might, because I watched a video. Watch this guy. He's got over 1 million subs. His name is Shaw Diversity, his channel name. And he was talking about, there was a video he did, does objective quality really exist? And he was going over what makes what makes people like the things that are out there, like Star Wars. And what people don't like about things. And, well, he says you do kind of have to cater to what people want to see. And you know, that's what people like. Of course, you know, I have to apologize. I did just have a nap about 45 minutes ago. My head wasn't doing too good. I was very, very tired. So this is why I'm not really with it at the moment. I'm kind of stumbling along. I stumble a bit in my videos, these channel news videos as it is. But right now I'm trying to do this. This has got to come out today. So I'm doing my best. I'll get all the information out. Please bear with me. So yeah, it made me think that maybe I should start with maybe Fallout 4. And I can go backwards. Fallout New Vegas, then Fallout 3, Fallout 2, then Fallout 1. Don't know if anybody watched Fallout 1 and 2, but I would like to start with something that I like to play as well. I'm not doing these because this is what I want to play exactly. I do really like Baldur's Gate, as you can see, 1 and 2, but I'm actually, at this point, I'm kind of tired of it. I'm excited to do Baldur's Gate 2, but I did almost a complete playthrough of Baldur's Gate 1 already before I started it over again. Plus, in between, when I stopped playing, I went through it with a new character on my own. I finished it all the way to the end of Throne and Ball. So it's not really... Yeah, I've kind of, in the last 5 years, I played through it a bit too much. I'm kind of tired of it. But Fallout 4 is one of my favorite games. You can probably just make out the... there. That, up there. What is that? Poster. There's Star Wars on the other wall. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Yes, I am. The original and prequels too. I like it all. Not so much the sequels. But, so, I probably will start with Fallout 4. So we're looking at springtime, middle of the year for that. After Pillars of Eternity 2. I don't know how long that game is. I assume it's longer than the first. Plus I have all the expansions for it, all the DLC. So it's going to take a while. And yeah, that's where I am with that. So I didn't choose Pillars of Eternity 2. I would have started with Fallout 1 had people not voted for Pillars of Eternity 2 over it. That was during the summertime of this year that I did that. So I know I'm going for a long, cohesive story along all of my games. I like to connect them. I can do that with Oblivion and Morrowind a bit because there's only a 6-year time difference between the two. And I will have a little bit of connection between the character stories. They'll connect if you pay attention. But, yeah, if it was up to me, I would have started with Fallout. I haven't played the original Fallout in quite a while, actually. I could have just played Skyrim. That's my favorite RPG. But so many people do them, and it's not going to enhance... I don't think it's going to bring any more attention to my channel. I've been over this. It's the YouTube algorithm that I'm battling against. It's not doing that bad since I got my Project 99 EverQuest videos off my channel. It's doing okay. It's doing better than I thought it would. For about a few days, and maybe Cindy Cool helped because he recommended my channel. I got a whole bunch of subs, but just in the last week, it's kind of just stagnated again. So I don't know what's going on. You get ups and downs in your channel. No matter even if you're doing okay or good, you're going to get some, well, as far as my experience is, you're going to go you're going to get some downward and you're going to get some upward. And it's just like, that's just the way it goes. So I don't know if you guys can make a comment for this video. I'm worried about my fast as hell reading that I was doing for probably half of my Morrowind games and part of Baldur's Gate. I hope it hasn't turned people away. If you haven't noticed, I've really slowed it down in about the last month. It was pointed out to me by several people, And it's something I didn't even notice. So when I actually did slow down, and then I went back to watch my videos from months ago, I noticed how fast I was going. I don't know why I was doing that. I guess there's just so much reading. I was getting impatient, just wanted to get through it. And I know that's not a very good experience for people to watch. I hope that doesn't turn people off. But since probably sometime in November, I've really toned it down. I've gone into great effort for all of my reading in the game. It also didn't help that I have so much reading to go through. But yeah, people are actually noticing now and saying, well, it's pretty good now. Yeah, so my reading was way too fast. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't even noticing that, actually. So Q&A, we're at over 20 minutes. Okay, so for Q&A, it will have to be in a separate video because this was going to run on to about 50 minutes, and that's too long. So that's the end for this channel news, and the Q&A video will be next. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like my videos. It's very important that whatever videos you watch that you like, it's to help support the channel, and it helps get me more recommended to other people out there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.